The OnePlus 150R is shaping up to be one of the most exciting mid-range phones we've seen in a long time, and OnePlus has now confirmed several major specs that give us a very clear picture of what to expect. Even though the global version hasn't been fully revealed, the company has shared key details about its Chinese counterpart, the OnePlus Ace 6T, and since these two devices are basically twins, we know almost exactly what's coming. Let's start with performance, because this is where OnePlus is making a big statement. Louis Lai, the president of OnePlus, confirmed that the Ace 6T will run on the Snapdragon 8 Gen 5, yes, a flagship-tier chipset in what is technically an upper mid-range phone. This instantly puts the OnePlus 150R in a completely different league. You're getting the power of a premium phone, but at a much lower price. For people who want performance without spending top dollar, this alone makes the 150R worth watching. But performance isn't the only big upgrade. OnePlus also confirmed that the device will come with a massive battery, at least 8,000 mAh. That number alone is wild for a mainstream smartphone. Pair that with 100W fast charging, and you get a phone that should last comfortably through a full day of heavy use and still recharge incredibly fast. The global OnePlus 150R might not get the full 100Ws. OnePlus usually limits international models to around 82, but even then, this will still be one of the fastest charging phones in its category. The display is another highlight, a 165Hz panel. That's not just better than the typical 120Hz we see on premium phones, it matches what the OnePlus 15 offers. This level of smoothness is especially impressive for gaming. And speaking of gaming, OnePlus is really leaning into that angle. The Ace 6T will include a dedicated triple-chip setup focused on esports performance and a Glacier cooling system designed to maintain stable frame rates. Louis Lai even mentioned support for 144 FPS gameplay in titles like Honor of Kings. Other confirmed features include bypass charging for gamers, the same high-accuracy gyroscope as OnePlus flagship models, and extremely strong durability, and I mean extremely strong. The phone will reportedly have IP66, IP60, IP69, and even IP69K ratings. That means dust-proof, waterproof, and resistant to high-pressure water blasts and heat. For a mid-range smartphone, that's almost unheard of. The fingerprint scanner also gets an upgrade with an under-display 3D ultrasonic sensor, another premium-tier feature. Of course, not everything is clear yet. The camera setup is still the biggest mystery. Rumors suggest a dual camera system with a 50-megapixel main sensor and an 8-megapixel ultra-wide. That's solid, but not groundbreaking, and it doesn't look like OnePlus will include a telephoto lens. Still, for a performance-focused device, the camera offering seems reasonable. For the global 550R, we should expect almost all of these specs to carry over. The main change will likely be the charging speed. In China, OnePlus often pushes 120W fast charging, while the global models get toned down to comply with international battery safety rules. And while that's a small compromise, the rest of the phone still looks incredibly strong enough to comfortably outperform devices like the Pixel 9a, Galaxy A56, and iPhone 6e. And when the next generation releases, the 50R will likely compete just as well with the Pixel 10, a Galaxy A57, and iPhone 13. The only real disappointment so far. Colors. OnePlus has shown black and green versions for global markets, but the gorgeous electric purple version seen in China might not be coming worldwide. Hopefully they change their mind, because that purple variant looks incredible. Either way, the OnePlus 150R is shaping up to be the new flagship killer, powerful, feature-packed, and priced well below the premium tier. If OnePlus gets this right, it could be one of the most compelling phones of the year.